Hello friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Buu, and it is finally the weekend. It is Saturday. We're a little over 24 hours away from the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And as always, I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the Joe Buu Report. This thing has grown a lot bigger than I ever thought it would. I just do this because I enjoy talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, before we get to some of the other stuff I want to talk about, I need your help this weekend. And this is more of like a public service announcement. You guys know it's No Shave November. So what that's for, and I know a lot of you guys are young guys, so you don't really have to worry about this, but that is about cancer awareness. I have a great friend, Facebook friend, Stacy, who's actually got Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer that she's battling. Stacy strong. Stay strong, Stacy. I've lost friends to cancer. And personally, I'm 51 years old, and when you turn 50, and all of you guys out there who are 50, go ahead and get that colonoscopy. I was talking to my brother, and he was telling me the story, and he said that this guy he hadn't seen for a couple of months at work had came back, and he had lost all this weight. And, he went up to him and said, "Hey, Frank, man, you look great. What diet are you on, man? Because I need to lose some weight." Frank said, "Bro, you don't want the diet I'm on." He said, "I got colon cancer, and I've been going through treatment and stuff for it to try to save my life." And he asked him, he said, "Have you gotten yourself a colonoscopy?" And he was like, "Nah." He said, "You need to get it." So he scheduled an appointment with the doctor that week and had a colonoscopy done on that Friday where they found polyps. The following week, he had cancer surgery. Had he not gone in then, I wouldn't have been able to have that conversation with my brother. Well, for me personally, I forgot to get mine done at 50, so I'm a little bit late. And I had just a few little warning signs, although there's not much, just shit just didn't turn out right. We'll just leave it at that. So Monday, I'm getting my colonoscopy. So this weekend, I am on a liquid diet. So I can't have wings, rum, and certainly can't have a cigar. So I need you guys to make sure you're eating chicken wings, and if you're of age, have that shot of rum. Now, some people believe in Jobu, like Maria. Maria, in fact, she believes completely. She's ordering 3 shirts that are getting printed up today as we speak. If the game's on the line, grab that chicken wing. Take that shot of rum or beverage of your choice if you're underage, and say mojo, 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 mojo. She swears last week she was doing that right there at the end against the Steelers. Now, I can't say that it worked, but we did win the game. So, guys, help me spread the mojo. Get that rum, get that cigar, and get those chicken wings. Now, on to the topic for this morning. Football is like that woman that that is bad for you, but you just can't stay away. I mean, she's ruthless. She'll rip your heart out. And when she's done with you, she don't care who you are. She's done with you. And that's how it is with football. Because it doesn't matter who you are. You could be Tony Dorsett. You could be Emmitt Smith. When the team is done with you, or they have a better option that costs less, hey, we love you, but we're going to go in another direction. It's sad, but it's true. And unfortunately, you have to understand that as a fan, that loyalty in football, it doesn't exist. The bottom line is winning. And they will do anything and everything to that end. I said years ago, and I got ridiculed, that they should have traded DeMarcus Ware the year before they ended up releasing him. Because what you have to understand is, you have a piece. It may cost you a whole lot of money, but if I can take this piece and get 3 or 4 pieces, and have that money to be able to spend elsewhere, then that's the smart move. It hurts, but you have to look at what's this effect of every player going to have down the road. The Dallas Cowboys took Herschel Walker, their only good piece. They traded him to Minnesota. Everybody at the time said they're crazy. What are they doing? They have no team. But with the draft picks and players that were brought over, that one piece became 3 Super Bowl wins. So now the talk out there is, of course, Tony Romo. Well, there's 3 things that can happen on that. They bring Tony Romo back, the same contract, in which case you've got $21 million you're going to pay on the cap. They can actually do that and not hurt because Dak Prescott is only making $600,000. So you're still paying the going rate for a quarterback. So that's one scenario. But then you've got Tony Romo as a $21 million backup, which means you're always going to be looking over your shoulder if you're Dak Prescott because you want to get your money's worth. Second scenario is the Cowboys cut Tony Romo after June 1st. They save $54 million, and the cap hit for next year is $16 million, and they're done. So they get about $6 million in cap relief, which also takes them off the books completely for 2018, which is what you want, because then now you've got a little extra money where you can spend on free agents, and shoring up. I'm not saying go out and get a big name free agent. I'm not saying that at all because that never works. Or the third possibility is if you can make a trade. And the way the NFL is now with quarterbacks and lack thereof, I guarantee you, if RG3 could get a job, Tony Romo will get a job. I mean, I could see Denver wanting him. I could see the Rams wanting him. I could see Arizona wanting him. There's plenty of teams that are close that would possibly think about trading a good draft pick. And if you look at this Dallas Cowboy team right now, it's not free agents that have built this team. This team has been built through the draft. Something I have said for years. You don't waste draft picks by moving up to draft a guy or just giving away draft picks for established guys. You pick as many players as you can because it's a crapshoot. You collect as many draft picks as possible because it increases your odds of hitting on some of those players. Now, nothing will happen with Tony Romo, of course, this season because it's too late to trade anybody. And you're not going to cut him because it's not going to do anything as far as your value. So this is something we'll have to deal with at the end of the season, and it's more of something for the talking heads to talk about. Now, later today, later today, I'll have my Baltimore Ravens versus Dallas Cowboys and how the Dallas Cowboys beat them video up. So be sure to check that out. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Buu, and starting my liquid diet for the weekend through Monday afternoon. Oh boy.